Yo, what up guys? Jacques Slade here. Back with another unboxing, and as usual, I have something special for you guys today. The good folks over at Jordan Brand sent these over to me, and I was happy to be able to unbox these for you guys because this shoe has a story, and it's a story that's bigger than most stories that you hear on shoes. One of the things I love about sneakers is how they connect you to certain moments and certain places in time, certain historical achievements or tragedies or glories or whatever it is. They often connect you to something. And this pair of shoes actually goes beyond that. It actually connects you to 3 or 4 different things. And this is actually the first time the public will have access to the shoe. I should say the general public. Very, very few individuals actually have this shoe, but now a lot of people will be able to get their hands on it. I don't want to say everyone because you never know how limited it's going to be, but a lot of people will be able to get their hands on this shoe and be able to live the story that this shoe tells. So without further ado, let's hop right into it and get a closer look at the shoe. Just realized they got a J there. I don't know if that's for Jordan or for Jacques. I'm gonna just say that it's for Jacques, although that's probably wrong. But I guess that's the benefit of having the same letter as the shoe. All right, so let's get in here. Apparently I don't know how to cut very well. Let's get in here and take a look. And as you see, it is the traditional Jordan box. Nothing special there. The box that we all know and love with the Jumpman, and then of course the elephant print. So let's open this up and take a look. Same red on the inside. Again, just the normal Jordan box that you see for this shoe. And here you go. This is the Air Jordan 3, and they're just calling it officially. They're calling it the Air Jordan 3 white and red, but there is a lot more to this shoe, and it could have several different nicknames. So let me take this out of the box so you guys can get a better look at the shoe. And it's, God, those are gorgeous. I really love that red. Let me see what the official color red is on this one, and it's fire red on this pair. Now, just for a little bit of history, most of you guys know the Air Jordan 3 was designed by Tinker Hatfield. It was the first shoe that he designed for Jordan Brand. It was the shoe where he decided to remove the swoosh from the side panel of the shoe and really help the shoe live on its own. And it's also the first shoe to feature the Jumpman logo, which you guys obviously know already. Now, this isn't an OG pair of Air Jordans, and thus there is no Nike swoosh here on the back. It does have the Jumpman logo, but it is an OG in the sense that the shoe has never been released. It's not I don't know if you can technically call it a retro or a retro plus or whatever the term is. Okay, let's just kind of start at the beginning. So the shoe was originally a player exclusive back in the day. Now, these days, player exclusives are just, they release all the time. A lot of the shoes that you see the players wear on the court, they actually release to the public. But back in the day, that was not the case. And that was the case with this shoe, and that's how this shoe came to be. The shoe was worn by Derek Anderson. He was signed with Jordan Brand back in 1997, but he didn't wear this shoe until 2003 when he was on the Trailblazers. Back then, this was a PE, so it had certain little things and accents to it that they do for the players. You know how it'll have their name, or it'll have their number, or it'll have their logo, or something like that. This pair does not have those things, but that's what brought this shoe to life originally. That's where this shoe came from. Originally, the sneakerhead crowd, they fell in love with the shoe because Derek Anderson had it and no one else was able to really get a pair. So it sparked almost like a cult following of its own for people trying to get their hands on this pair. Now, that's just one part of the story. The story actually goes on from there. So in 2006, Jordan Brand put together a special collection of the Air Jordan line that featured all OG colorways of the Air Jordan signature sneaker, but the Air Jordan 3 was this version, the white and the fire red. Now, those shoes, it was only one pair. It was part of the collection, and those shoes were auctioned off to a silent bidder, and that money went to help victims of Hurricane Katrina. So Basically, there were two pairs of these shoes back then. There was the pair that Derek Anderson wore, and then there was the one single pair that went to a silent bidder in the auction, and no one knows who that person is, and that was the only place that these shoes lived. Then there's actually more to this story. In 2009, Michael Jordan was inducted into the Hall of Fame, and as part of his induction into the Hall of Fame, Jordan Brand presented the Naismith Museum with a special collection of the Air Jordan signature line, and it was called the Be Legendary collection. Obviously legendary, talking about Michael Jordan. And within that collection, they also featured this Air Jordan 3. All of the other colorways were OG, but they had this colorway of the Air Jordan 3 with the fire red, the white, the elephant print as part of that collection. So that was in 2009. Now, in 2018, the brand is doing a special year for the Air Jordan 3, as I'm sure you guys have figured out. The black colorway, the cement colorway, there was the Tinker version, which you saw here on this channel, and then they're doing this fire red colorway as another ode to the past of the Air Jordan 3, to speak on the history of the Air Jordan 3. In a sense, this shoe is something that collectors have wanted for a very long time. Obviously, the tie between Michael Jordan and the color red is huge. It's something that it almost helps identify the Jordan brand, that color red and the shoe. And with this shoe, they're bringing it back and bringing that all together for fans like you, fans like me, and those sneakerheads out there that really love Jordan brand, really love the Air Jordan 3. Their opportunity to really, I want to say, get a piece of history, to get a shoe that a lot of people have really wanted. And the best part about it is that the story of this shoe, it just continues to grow. It continues to get bigger and larger. As part of the release that's happening this year on May 12th, Jordan Brand is actually giving away 10 scholarships from the Jordan Wings Foundation to high schoolers in the Louisiana area, tying back to the Katrina name. Now, most people, they know this shoe as the Air Jordan 3 Katrina. The Derek Anderson story lived, but the Katrina story lives on. Again, the Be Legendary collection, that story lives, but the Katrina story lives on. And this year, and though they are just officially calling this shoe the Air Jordan 3 red and white, I honestly believe that this shoe will live on as the Air Jordan 3 Katrina. It's one of those things where it makes the shoe mean so much more, at least in my opinion. It's not based on a serial, or it's not based on an achievement of Michael Jordan directly, or it's not based on some sort of game that happened. It's based on a moment in US history, and a moment where a community came together. Jordan Brand put together this collection as their way to help out and help those that were so resilient and that had to fight and that had to struggle and that had to deal with all the things that were happening during Katrina. They were able to auction off this shoe as part of a larger collection and give back to that community and really help that community rebuild itself, help people get themselves in a better position. So for me, it's a special shoe, and I think for you, it should probably be a special shoe as well. Air Jordan 3 Katrina, Air Jordan 3 red and white, Air Jordan 3 Derek Anderson, Air Jordan 3 Become Legendary. Any name you give it, it all has a story, and that story is based on you, whichever story you want to live out when you rock these. Anyway, with that being said, guys, I am Jacques Slade. As always, I appreciate you guys. Make sure you like, favorite, subscribe, and all that good stuff, and make sure you stay tuned because I got something cool coming up for you guys in the next few days. And I have a major announcement that I'm going to make in a couple of weeks about some stuff that I've been working on, and I'm really happy that I get to talk to you guys about it. You guys will be the first to know. I'm not telling anybody else first. It won't go on Twitter, won't go on Instagram. It'll happen right here on YouTube. So make sure you stay subscribed. Make sure you hit that bell and turn on your notifications. And actually, for tomorrow's unboxing, I think I might have a giveaway involved with it. So make sure you check for that. All right, guys. As always, I appreciate you. I'm Jacques Slade, and I'll see you soon. Peace.